Alright, let's get started. Just a matter-of-fact response, fucking. I'm gonna see if I can play from my monitor today. This is the capture card that died and blew up yesterday, so my fingers are crossed that I fixed the problem. I believe it had something to do with the video on the PS3 can dynamically change resolutions if you allow it to. It can switch from 1080p to 720p to 1080i, and the new internal capture card is not a fan of that. When it switches, it causes it to crash and blow up, and it's very unhappy. I don't think so, Kami. You'd like Eeyore Boom Shakalaka. Boom Shakalaka. Building up that SP. Oh, Buckin, by the way, grats on your new chat badge for hitting 30 plus hours watched. You get one at 30, 60, 120, and then you get to pick your own at 240. I said if I ever run into a situation where I have too many viewers with 240 hours viewed that I can't like get them set up with a custom chat badge, that is a good problem to have. It is working our way to 240 as well. I think you can do exclamation point level up to see your hours watched, I want to say. Yeah, no kidding. My wife, Andrea, just finished getting Masame and Chrono Trigger.
Why would the...
Oh, that's right. We found a sphere that Yuna dropped the last time we were playing, so we're going to find out what the details are on that.
This may well answer a few questions.
Right?
What I am about to tell you is the unclouded truth. I swear it on my honor as a Guado. Listen to me very carefully, for I shall tell you the truth about my son Seymour.
Oh man.
His mind is closed even to me, a Maester of Yevon. But I can feel flames of darkness burning in his heart. He is using Yevon, the Guado, and even the Summoners. If he is not stopped, he will surely bring destruction and chaos to Spira. I will leave this world soon, killed by my own son. But I do not fault him, because I was not wise enough. He has suffered and become twisted. I could not protect him and his mother from the world and its cruelty. I will accept death as punishment for my deeds. But whoever is watching this, I implore you to stop Seymour. Stop my son.
Yeah, it's Peek. It's a little robot in my D&D campaign universe. But I wanted to do a lot of streaming originally, but I like put so much.
Will Yuna be alright?
Warren, wonderful.
Without us, no.
Where you going?
You saw it, didn't you? Seymour's bad news.
But he's a Maester.
Fine. Stay here if you want.
Come on, Waka. Let's at least hear him out.
This can't be happening.
Cool walk. I've been trying not to talk too much over top of the voice actors. It's kind of hard to pay attention for people in chat. Yeah. Anyway, I started doing this cool D&D game using Roll20 with a couple of my friends, and I put about 100 plus hours of work into writing an adventure. So I really want to make sure that I've got a good audience for it. Otherwise, right now doing Twitch, as I'm sure you know, Kylie, there's a lot that goes on. That's when you're not online. Focused on building your channel, networking, and that kind of a thing. So I don't have the time in the day to put aside that much effort writing a campaign universe if I know a lot of people won't be able to tune in yet. It's currently shelved. Yeah, right, Chaos? What a shock. Seymour's a bad guy.
Ronso,
He gets off the boat with
Vel will hear
his,
about
like, scary JRPG hair and
Hooray!
veiny
for
chest, and you're
Maester
like,
Seymour's
huh,
wedding.
he looks like a hero. What you got for me, Owaka? Anything exciting? I guess that Sonic Steel would have been nice, but a while ago.
Oh, I hear Lady Una is still gonna continue her journey, huh?
Yeah, no kidding.
I wonder if that means she and Maester Seymour will fight sin together. Just like Lady Unalesca and Lord Zeon.
Yeah, I know. That's the classic problem of Dungeons and Dragons. There's a lot of people who really enjoy the game, but getting everyone to tune in at exactly the same time and like show up on time. Doing that in real life, let alone trying to get them to tune in on a stream.
Kimari's up ahead. Go.
When you can't get away with running 10, 15 minutes late, there's nothing you can stall and do.
We will protect Yuna from anyone. Even a Maester.
This can't be happening.
It's okay, Waka.
If he is truly at fault, it must be done.
Yeah, exactly, Spiky. Actually, I had played Dungeons and Dragons before getting into raiding in MMOs, and I called it the D&D problem. I try to keep my D&D groups super small, like 3 players plus me as a dungeon master. The bigger you get, the harder it is to get everyone to play together. I do not pine for the olden days of MMOs when you were looking at like 24 to 40 man raid. Yeah, exactly. It's a little bit better most of the time. Right, and people have such an investment in the progress of their character, you know. Even if you had someone who was a friend who could sub in for them, they can't play the same character, or if they do, they're not going to be giving the same spin on it. Whereas a mage is a mage is a mage in World of Warcraft. I won the first Blitzball game, but I haven't done any optional Blitzballing since then, and I might not. Maybe I'll do one like token nostalgia Blitzball match before we beat the game. But just in the interest of moving along at a brisk pace, we'll just be playing through it.
Seymour!
Please be silent. Lady Una prays to the
Don't be
faith.
sounding so pissed, Seymour.
Make me!
Yep, Waka's ultimate weapon, I will not be going for it. Some huge percentage of my 300-hour playthrough when I played this for the first time as a kid was Blitzball.
We saw Jyscal's sphere.
You killed him.
What of it? Lady Una, certainly you knew of these things, did you not? Well then, why have you come here?
I came to stop you.
I see. You came to punish me then.
That was when D-Rock just like rubbed his arm on the iPad to try to sign off, and it put in a bunch of text.
What a pity. Ah, of course.
What game do you guys play,
Protect the
Kylie?
summoner even at the cost of one's life. The Code of the Guardian. How admirable. Well, if you're offering your lives, I will have to take them.
Maester Seymour, I trust my guardians with my life, but they are also my friends. I will not stand by and watch them be hurt. I will fight you too!
And
All right.
I like that Una doesn't let things happen to her. She's a...
So be it.
I do like her as a character in this game. So I made 85 quotes at the moment. Oh yeah, is anyone having a choppy stream issue? Do you mean the video or what? You get stat bonuses for talking to Seymour.
I knew you were bad news the first time we met.
Oh, my sincerest apologies.
Seymour!
14's cool. I think that's a permanent upgrade to their stat too. It's not just for the duration of this battle. I've described myself as clean on MMOs as well. It's a frighteningly good comparison. Good chance I'll die in this fight.
But I will still fight.
Your eyes, they burn with resolve. Beautiful.
Anything on YouTube, Matt? I was doing Guild Wars 2 for a while, but I think Final Fantasy 14 is my favorite MMO that's out there at the moment.
Maester, we must stop this.
Triple
This can't
ellipsis.
be happening.
Seymour going all Squall style. I was bumping out ellipses. We've got everyone who can say something in this fight. Okay. Well, let's have Titus can go ahead and heal Yuna. It's fine. Yeah, no, I hear you, Kylie. 14's not bad as far as like being able to do an exciting amount of content in a couple hours of play. We actually finally hit the point very close to the end game where we were doing the amount of grinding I typically expect from MMO, and it was kind of jarring since everything up to that very end point has been nearly grind-free, if not completely grind-free. If you ever get into it, let me know. Play on our server. Yeah, so there's a story on that. Titus's name, T-I-D-U-S, I guess technically is supposed to be pronounced Titus, the way it's currently spelled. I strongly disagree with that pronunciation. I think it's supposed to be following the whole theme of like characters that have a water-related name, like Cloud, Squall, Laguna, Rain, and Titus. But because the stream has named him Titus, spelled in that particular way, I have pledged to give 5 extra sphere points if you ever catch me saying his name correctly as I say it, rather than saying Titus. We need to kill the 2 little dudes on the sides here before we can really progress in this fight. They don't have any particular weaknesses, though. Protecting shell, it's not going to be super helpful. I'll try to kill these guys one by one. Physical damage isn't going to do it when you automatically protect them. That's actually pretty good. I'll kill the other one. Everything okay on the chat clear? I didn't see any reason why. Potioning himself. So I missed it. There's no worries. Yeah, right, Chaos. There's been a couple times where I've legitimately forgotten and said, you know, not Titus. No worries, Matt. Drain slows decent damage. Yeah, pretty decent damage, man. I don't know why Kamari hits so hard, but he does for some reason. This guy uses auto potion. It's like you need to kill him in one hit if you want to keep him, or you need to do more than 1,000 damage with a hit, I think. Unless if he eventually stops auto potioning, so possible. Can't like put him to sleep or anything like that. It would be nice if I could. I'm trying to be particularly conservative in this fight because it's really easy to game over here, especially with my kind of gimped party. He does not always auto potion. Maybe Seymour stops him from doing that. That's my private theory there. Oh darn! Don't think he lost anything on the clear. That's mostly for my chatty thing over on the left in case somebody posts a spoiler. Usually they don't do it on purpose. Even though I've played a lot of these games before, like I've played Final Fantasy X a bunch of times, there's folks in chat who haven't. Like preserve the experience as though it were a first time playthrough because they haven't played the game before. I think this would kill him. Perfect. Keep using Train with Kimahri. Kimahri is like my heaviest hitter at the moment. He has the most health. But Seymour also apparently has really good magic defense, so that's not the solution. Give everyone a chance to act. Wakka's already effectively been able to act. Don't have magic break, as useful as that would be. James might not be a bad decision. Right, Nulu. See if anybody else has a action that would be unique, that would be helpful in this fight. Silencing him isn't gonna. Oh, I could try Magic Break. Give it a shot. Magic Break works. Alright. Now Lulu's actually starting to hit decently hard. I mean, she should be hitting a lot harder compared to other characters. Really, Kami? I popped that. I was testing my capture card last night after I had the blowout issue. And one of the ways I tested it was by running P-Break, and I got past the first jump and landed on the first Yoshi, and that's as far as I could take it. It wasn't worth me pushing it much further than that. I don't think he ever physically attacks, so I'm going to do that. It's kind of nice being able to play the game in the OBS preview window with this new Elgato capture card. Oh, he's got Shell on him. I don't think I have any way to spell it. Oh yeah, Kylie? It's crazy. I've done a couple Mario Maker streams now. It's a pretty popular technique among the kids to pop in, and like I request people to add a course ID that they made, preferably, so I can play their level. And a lot of people pop in and put in this P-Break level, and I load it and I know what it is. I'm like, okay. Pretty soon I'll just have the course ID memorized. I'll know what it is before I load it up. Yeah, it took the creator like 10 hours to beat it himself. See, does anyone else have focus? Probably not. Interesting, Lulu doesn't even have it, but I wasn't able to send her far enough down her own path. I think I want to have all the people that have the most hit points, and then eventually I want to bring in Yuna. So I need Yuna to be able to eat some of the damage from him when he's going to do a summon in this fight, and it will wreck our shit if we're not prepared for it. Yeah, exactly, Spiky. It would be improved. I'm looking forward to the eventual addition of the checkpoint system in Mario Maker. Yeah, I bet what you could do is you could download the level and then practice the last part over and over, because the problem is exactly what you're saying. You don't get a chance to practice the final part. Yeah, I agree, Kami. I'd be playing Destiny if I had the console for it. It's the only reason I can see right now to own a console other than a Wii U last generation Wii U plus a gaming PC.
Feel my pain. Come, Anima!
Yeah, here's the hope that he doesn't get to attack with it immediately. Pretty common mistake that you make in this fight is to summon your Aeons right away. And he does this attack. Like, they get one attack off, but then you can banish them. We saw this thing in a cutscene. Kind of uses, like, Roman Catholic mythology symbolism, the little saint thing around its neck. Is Bloodborne not on PC? Is it never expected to be on PC?
Oh, Faith, lend me strength.
Oh, they will. Now... Oh, that's right, she just got a new Aeon. That's cool. I like that they let you summon it before you've had a chance to name it. What do you think the Faith is? You want to take a guess? We're in the Ice Temple. Clearly it's like Ramun. I'll go ahead and put out a poll now. What should we name Shiva? You guys want to give some suggestions for Shiva's name? This is my favorite Shiva summon animation. She has this cool little like finger snap when she does her Diamond Dust attack. Oh, boosting. That's extra nasty. I'll probably do Fallout 4 when it comes out. Stevia. Elsa, Anna. Yeah, right? Anima's super creepy. If I can make Ice Princess work, but I'll do what I can with the space allotted. I've got Shiva, Isael, Elsa, Anna, excuse me, Stevia, Ice Princess. Gonna get to act twice, it looks like. After I get to go once. I'm gonna try using Heavenly Strike to dork with that. No, probably what I eventually want to do is keep Shiva healed at full. Yeah, the Dark Souls port to PC is very bad. When I play it on stream, it will not be the PC version. Gotta be careful letting its gauge charge all the way up. I can cast another Blizzara. I think this is ultimately just going to be an arms race. I think the pain attack is not too. Yeah, so if I use Diamond Dust, then it gets to act 3 times consecutively. If Diamond Dust is big enough to affect its boost, that's really bad for us, because we want to have an Aeon out when it goes to use its overdrive attack. So my wife would play this, she always try to time Yeah, that's what I've heard coming. $44.95. Didn't fill the meter all the way, that's good. It doesn't matter which Aeon we have out. It uses its overdrive so long as we have one out. I think Shiva's about to die. Oh, we might live. We'll see. Hey, look at that. That's exciting. Her magic stat's really high, so she can out-heal herself. Yeah, I saw that comment, it's really cool. I do like there's a lot of nice Final Fantasy nostalgia stuff in 14. They clearly know what they're doing. It's like Heavenly Strike doesn't actually work the way that it's stated to work, but it's okay. What would be ideal is if I can get it to trigger, if Anima can trigger her overdrive after Shiva's used her overdrive. That would be the best possible situation. So I'm going to try to encourage that to happen. We'll see what happens here. Cadifrit. Control delete. If anyone has any other Shiva name suggestions, I can start the poll here shortly. Oh, matter of time, Spiky. Whether it's like through gear or something, I'm sure they'll do it. Oh, she's always on MP. Well, I guess that's the end of the magic healing we had going on for a while there. We'll let him hit one more time. Use Diamond Dust, and then my hope is Diamond Dust will raise its overdrive meter enough that it will use its overdrive. Shiva can act as a shield against it. Yeah, here we go. This is a pretty cool overdrive too, if you've never seen the cutscene before. It would make sense for it to come out when the center comes out, I agree. Sorry, no, it matters. I'll need it. It takes a little extra damage when it falls there. That's the reason why Anima is a really good summon. Spoiler alert, you can eventually summon Anima. It's not exclusive to Seymour, but it hits multiple times, so if you get your stats high enough, it tends to be true that in Final Fantasy games or JRPGs in general, an ability that can hit multiple times tends to be more powerful than any other ability if it uses the same currency of return. Yeah, right? I think we can kill it. Yeah, we can actually pretty easy. We're not going to get an overdrive out of that. Matt is Leon. I know you guys are in the same building. You tried watching on YouTube with the quality turned down?
That power that defeated Anima, it will be mine!
How you figure that, buddy? Do we have someone who can cast haste? I think Yuna can. I'm gonna throw it on Kimari. He's my main DPS at the moment. Well, I guess even if there was no damage cap, it would still be true. Like, if you think of you have the basic opportunity cost of one action. If you can hit multiple times with a single action. Although I guess you're right, because if you had 0 damage cap at all, you could tune the abilities such that not everything would be at the cap, including Anima's fast hit attack. You really need to have an Aeon. I mean, you could kill Anima before it uses its super move, its overdrive. That's one way, but you want to have an Aeon out when it uses it, because if it uses it on your party's going to wipe. That sucks. Whew. Okay, well, that happens. Revives party from KO. Ugh, I would hate to use that, but I also kind of have to use it. I need to magic break it again. I don't want to switch. I need Kimari out because he's the one I can assume can survive his attacks. You know, silence. There's no way that's going to happen. Almost always. I mean, I'll try it. Attacks with lightning, water, and fire in that hour. So it's going to cast water next. I don't think I have any characters that are particularly immune to water. Let's see. I'm going to keep Kimari out. So if I use an item, he gets to go again. Alright. If I bring in Lulu, I don't think he can kill more than 2 of us. We gotta try to do a magic break here. Hopefully it lands. I don't think it's going to be enough to save us. It might save Lulu if she gets hit by it, though. So. Nope, that was a comparable amount of damage. Lulu survived. Okay, very good. Kamara, you're back, buddy. It's true. No, I want to have... Ooh, that's actually good. Yuna's got her overdrive available. Let's Phoenix down Yuna, and we'll try to summon Ixion. I think I've got... Does anyone else have any suggestions for what to name? If a Mega Elixir, that would be really nice. Don't. Shit. You have a Mega Potion, though. That's perfect. I don't think it's going to spare anybody. If anyone has any other nominations for Shiva's Aeon name, let me know. She could use her overdrive, or what else could she do? Looks like the magic break didn't actually land, but it doesn't give you any indication whether it lands or not. May as well hit with something. Could do it. Not a lot of damage. If you wanted to, you can vote on what to name Shiva. Oh my god, he needs to stop, like, killing Yuna in one hit. We need to get her out to have a chance of winning this fight. Yuna has... There's no way that she's going to survive an attack. I guess I could try to get her Shell, but I can't do it on this turn. Definitely need Kimari to stay out. Decent damage. Could maybe heal Lulu, that wouldn't be a waste. That's correct, Harry Ben. I did an unusual sphere grid strategy. I went with trying to put people away from their normal distributions. So, let's try using a Mega Potion again here. So, like, Waka is my Black Mage, and I was going to make Yuna my Orin, since it's the Expert Sphere Grid and you all start in the middle. Yeah. I've moved away from it, realizing how, like, seriously their base stats matter at the end of the day. Yeah, failing pretty hard is a good way to phrase it. If we could just get Yuna out of here, it would be nice too. I don't know if there's any of these that I would be really excited about using. They all are just, they basically just say do damage, do junk. Hey, thanks for the follow, Overboard. Hey to you. Bump my follow thing back up to the top. Just talking with Kylie Coyote. Alright, let's see. I should use a high potion, or even our next potion on Lulu to keep her from dying here. Yeah, we'll do the next. There's no other reason I would use it. Yeah, for those of you new to the channel, the purpose of this stream, I'm trying to complete one full playthrough of every awesome game ever made, knowing that there's too many of them to play them all in one lifetime. Keep saying Yuna, it's brutal. But I think it's still worth giving it a try. Try doing... Let's see. I think Lulu needs to be out because of the amount of hit points she has is enough to survive an attack. Although, no, now I gotta bring in Tidus because I'm out of Phoenix Downs. We'll see. I'll keep trying. Even a lancet here. I had to get Titus back out of the fray, but it's not going to happen anytime soon. Oh, we're totally going to kill him. We got this. Nope, this is not supposed to be a fight. But we're basically playing on hard mode right now because of my earlier decisions with the Expert Sphere Grid. I eventually did most of my damage there by having Kimari use Drain. Yeah, so you go into the fight, you learn that he uses the same rotation of elements, and then you use white magic to block some of them.
Yuna, you would pity me now?
Don't think I can get Albed potions yet. Very soon I get a whole bunch of them. But you can't get them as of this fight. Harry Bean. Yeah, I hear you, Kami and Matt. There was an unwinnable fight in... Actually, a couple unwinnable fights in Mother 3, but you can actually technically win them. I think you get some bonus XP if you do.
Lord Seymour!
So that's another thing, is if it's really unwinnable, it should be clear whether you pass that threshold or not.
What have I done?
Wait a minute, it's not our fault at all. Seymour struck first, he's the bad guy.
You did this?
Yuna, send him.
No, stop! Stay away from him, traitors!
Yeah, 100% agree, Kami. Oh, that's awful, Spiky. You wouldn't realize that for a while, especially if you're overpowered at that point.
We're finished.
Now hold on just a minute. Seymour's the bad guy, right? We'll just explain to everyone what happened.
It won't be that easy. Let's get out of here.
Oh, that sucks, Leon. That's really awful, especially pen and paper. The unit gets all those sphere levels. Got a black magic sphere, that's cool. I think that lets you learn somebody else's ability on the sphere grid. Alright, let's take a look at the vote right now. Let me repost the vote options if you haven't had a chance to vote yet. Right now there's 2 votes for Elsa, 1 vote for Jennifer, and 1 vote for Stevia. You do exclamation point vote followed by the number for what we're going to name her. I'll go ahead and start typing Elsa since that's the winning one right now. And I'll put in a timer here shortly. I guess Seymour's more like a high-ranking cardinal. The Maester, or Grand Maester Macon is the... or not Macon. Micah? Micah. I think he's the Pope figure. Let it go. Alright, got a timer running. 1 minute, and then we'll finalize whatever name is selected. You'll need a space there, Chaos. Schedule update, we're playing Final Fantasy X for about another 50 minutes. At 1:30 Pacific, we're switching to Metroid Prime 2 from 1:30 to 3. From 3 to 4:30, it's Xenoblade Chronicles 3D, and then much to my chagrin, from 4:30 to 6, it's Silent Hill 2. My intent is to play and beat every awesome game on stream, including games I'm very bad at, survival horror games being among games I'm worst at. Although I guarantee you'll likely get to hear me sing the No song at some point during SH2. I think Elsa's gonna take it. If you want to get in my wife Andrea's good graces, just mention Frozen to her. She loves that movie. It's a really good movie too. I know that it's become, it's such a popular film that it's almost popular to hate on it. That happens all the time, right? But it's popular for a reason. I think it's really well made. Got a good story. Mostly a good soundtrack. There's a couple songs that are kind of... This is an interesting cloister of trials. You essentially get to skip the trial at the beginning, and then on your way out you have to do it.
Give me a break. What?
I do find in horror films, never bothers me, but horror games freak me out because I'm in control of the character. And Silent Hill, like, hits that note particularly well. The way it's all set up where, like, you know, when you go into a menu, things are still happening while the screen is fading. You can still get attacked when you're pausing and unpausing. The camera angles when you move between maps are pretty nasty. It's tough all around. That just resets the position. Been a long time since I've done this puzzle, so bear with me a bit as I solve it. I don't think that actually accomplishes anything, putting it in there. Put it here. There was a recess here, right? Yeah, Overboard, do you think that that's primarily because Let It Go was like a bigger song and penetrated the radio? I think Tangled is really good too. Same team. What do you think of Big Hero 6? I think that one's also the same team, and it's a really good movie and didn't get anywhere near the popularity. I guess it's also not a musical, it's basically a Marvel movie. Frozen did a lot of, you know, if you're a Marstead fan, you can play the Marstead drinking game and drink trope subversion. Subverts a lot of actual Disney tropes pretty well. You kind of see the same thing in Tangled as well. Really enjoyed Big Hero 6. Lots of reasons. Okay, I ultimately want to move this over this way. Put it in there, and then we put a little Macalania sphere in there. The purpose of this trial is you want to power all these little pillars all over the place. They're what enable you to cross the bridge up top. They're like when I place this over here, it's going to make another piece of the bridge that I have to climb up. You'll see here in a second. I might need to have it in the... I think I screwed up. Okay. I think I need to have the sphere already placed in the pedestal when I push it for this to work. Yeah, I hear you, Kylie. I was not a fan of the... was Olaf, the snowman in Frozen? I can hear that Overboard. Let It Go is very much like literally a radio pop song, which is fine. It can be done well, but it's very different from some of the excellent music in, like, you know, the old golden age of Disney with Lion King and Aladdin, before they ran out of public domain stories, or seemingly ran out of public domain stories. Isn't that the great copyright irony with Disney, that they're pretty much solely responsible for copyright law extending to, you know, your death plus, or the end of the previous copyright term plus 1 day. And almost all of their most popular content draws on public domain properties. I'm trying to think which, like, raw Disney, what are Disney films that are entirely original? There's Lilo and Stitch is really good. It's an entirely original story. Frozen is Hans Christian Andersen, so you can't count that. I think there's like another glyph sphere around here somewhere. Clearly there's a sphere that's up here that I need to get to. There's also, as in every dungeon, a secret sphere you can get if you're smart about it. You're a public domain story. Emperor's New Groove, I guess, is nominally inspired by Emperor's New Clothes, but not really. There's some other story it was based on. If you look at the Wikipedia article, it talks about the original intent behind that film. Pretty different from what we ended up getting. But the end of the day story is nothing like any of its inspiration. It's just outstanding. Lion King. Yeah, Lion King's Kimba the White Lion. You're right, Brucken. It's also Hamlet, but it's a fairly unknown. And that's not even a public domain thing. It was kind of a explicit. Incredibles is Pixar, right? Or is Incredibles Disney? I thought Incredibles was Pixar. There is a difference. Weird Canadian Lion King. Yeah, overboard, exactly. Lion King's either a butcher documentary or a really inappropriate film to talk about on Twitch. Alright, so we still need to find a destruction sphere. There is one to be found here. I don't know where it is. To find the destruction sphere, you pretty much just have to put your balls on everything. Try putting your spheres in every possible recess. Does it fit your balls? Or you need to put them on? Might be involved with this one, actually. Yeah, I think that's right. Gotta move the platform back, and that's how I get to it. Hold up, wait a minute. Let me put some pimping in it. Let me get this one back. Hold on. Make sure I don't need any more of the little blue spheres. I do. Let me take it first before I do anything. Snow White was not original. Yeah. Almost all of their original content was public domain, and continues to be today. Among their most popular films, which is fine. There's nothing wrong with Disney drawing on public domain material. Those films are all great, and I love all of them. It's just it's a little frustrating that Disney is the conglomerate that's primarily responsible for pushing copyright law the way they have been, so that their copyrights never expire. It used to be they expired some reasonable number of years after the original author's death. Now they extend for 70 years beyond. I think the next time copyrights are coming up for expiration is 2019, and if we don't do anything about it... Interesting. Is there another block over here? Because I don't want it to go down that... Maybe I can just... One sec. Maybe I can just remove this to keep it from flying down there. Let's see what happens. And Mickey Mouse should be public domain, absolutely. It wasn't even author's death. Yeah, so it's gotten progressively worse. Well, I don't think that's what we wanted to do. I think there's a way to restore... There used to be like a snowy block here that we didn't want to be there. Figure out how to restore it. Everybody loves ice puzzles, right? Let me try putting one in here. I think all that does is try pushing it up. Let's see what happens. That might actually be the solution. If I push it left, what happens? Ah, okay, okay, I think we got it. That's the destruction sphere right there that we needed. Falls off the edge if we do it that way. Let's try just pushing it forward and see what happens. Hey people, how you doing? Good to see you again. Sorry I missed you on day 2 at TwitchCon. You had a good time. People and I met up at TwitchCon and played some board games. Now, okay, let's try a couple other solutions to this room. I don't think we have it Yeah, me too, Overboard. They talked about this in the Legality of Let's Plays panel, which to me was the best panel at TwitchCon this year. Because it was well prepared, they had slides and data. Oh my gosh. I remove this, what happens? Basically, what I need to do is I need to get the... Wait, maybe there's a thing up here now that wasn't here before. Hold on. Shit, I hope that doesn't reset the whole puzzle. He's stepping out like that. They mentioned that with so many young people invested in Twitch and issues of fair use coming to the forefront now because of Twitch, there's some hope that Twitch's popularity will invite more realistic copyright discussion, and that in 4 years when we get to 2019 and all copyright resets, we're not just going to be hosed forever. Yeah, I don't think that copyright needs to be destroyed. I think anyone who says that is missing the point. Okay, this one has to stay in here for almost a full duration of the puzzle solving. But it needs to be reasonable. Oh, that sounds awesome, people. I'll have to hook up with you and do some brain picking. That's actually the kind of thing I was going there for. I was a little worried about the women in gaming panel. I tend to attend gender equality in gaming panels at like PAX and the like because that's an interest of, or it's a huge interest to me. I'm if not a femicist, I'm an egalitarian. I think everyone should be treated equally, and I don't think we're there yet in the gaming community. But I found that a lot of those panels tend to be super anecdotal. Like it's people sitting around and talking about what their experiences have been, and less like data and slides. And I'm a data and slides nerd. It's a topic that there's plenty of information to have data and slides, so when it's not there, it surprises me. There's a glyph sphere up here somewhere. Hold on. Yeah, it doesn't need to be destroyed, but it needs a major overhaul. I would agree fundamentally with you on that, Mega Man. Copyright was designed when it was difficult to copy things, and now it's trivial to copy things, and we shouldn't be trying to like piggyback new rules on the old rules. We need to knock out the foundation and start from the beginning. Oh, I'm sorry, people. That I thought, I was worried it might be that. I still attend them in case that it's not, but you can never really determine that from the panel description, you know. Okay, so what I need to do eventually is get. Let's see, does this do anything with this step here? I need to find a way to move the pillar up here, and I think that there is a way to do that. I just have to figure it out. It's here because we need to have more Macalania spheres up top. A schedule update: we're playing Final Fantasy X for another 37 minutes, and then we're switching to Metroid Prime 2, followed by Xenoblade Chronicles 3D, and then finally Silent Hill 2. Hold me. Oh, that's good, people. I don't think that's a classical copyright issue, though. Like, I don't think a lot of people have trouble with copyright laws. It applies to old media, like a thesis. I'm about to look this up. I've been doing this Cloister trying to get this destruction sphere for a minute now. There's something goofy you have to do, if I remember correctly, that involves getting the pillar up here. There's like, you have to put the glyph sphere somewhere that's kind of counterintuitive. Just give me 1 second. Macalania, Cloister of Trials. Hit my preset limit of dicking around. Take out the glyph sphere. Ah, you have to actually finish the puzzle in order to get out of here. Okay. That's what's tricky about it. Okay, so to do that, we need to push this guy down first. Yeah, see, that's what I thought it was, people. But it looks like you actually have to finish the puzzle, and then when you finish the puzzle, it adds this like little. It's counterintuitive because the other Cloisters of Trials, you're expected to get the destruction sphere before you actually, complete the path to get out. Yeah, exactly, Leon. You do need to build the bridge in a kind of a specific pattern, otherwise you lock yourself out and go back down there. So there's part 1 of the bridge, right? Grab this guy. I might steal that, people, or add that to the quotes anyway. You do add quote, you win again video games. Mega Man, would you say it's a cloister fuck? Ah? Ah? Oh, I'm pretty proud of that one. I don't care if anyone cheers. Said before, the best puns elicit the greatest groans. Yeah, YouTube's... Okay, there it is. That's what we were supposed to do. YouTube's... Actually, this is a question that I asked at the Legality of Let's Plays panel. If you look up the VOD for it at TwitchCon. Apparently, and I guess this is common knowledge, a lot of people, I didn't realize this, the whole Content ID system that YouTube has set up sits completely on top of actual copyright law. It is created in reaction to copyright law, as a way to like shield Google from being sued by companies. But you could not bring an issue with Content ID to the courts. You would have to take it up with like Google and say, hey, we don't like what your company's doing. That said, now we've got this destruction sphere that we can put somewhere. It's probably downstairs, so you figure out where to put it. Hold up, wait a minute. You guys want to shoot things in your Final Fantasy game? Anyway, you'd have to make fundamental revisions to the way that like DMCA and copyright right works in the first place to get Google to stop handling it the way that they're handling it if you really wanted to fix it. Does Destiny have jumping puzzles? My favorite part about Guild Wars 2 is all the jumping puzzles everywhere. More games need unnecessary jumping puzzles that piss off the 99% of the player base that aren't me and hate jumping puzzles. Because I'm selfish. I'm the kind of person when I encounter a difficult jumping puzzle and I fall like 4 times in a row, instead of going, screw this game and quitting, I get excited. Oh man. Oh, I got you, Matt. Put the destruction sphere everywhere until we figure out which one it's supposed to go into. And And it was that one. There you go. There's a secret chest. Turns out, you need to do all these destruction sphere puzzles to get a secret Aeon. There's a little seal that just came out of the treasure chest. The game doesn't really broadcast that to you, but it is the case. So you better do it. Alright, we'll leave that one there. Go grab. There's 2 up here? Question mark. Bot, maybe. Is the bridge just like back, or is it destroyed now? The bridge is just back. That'd be cool too. It's not. Okay. Well. So there should be. I guess I can remove the one from this guy, right? That's one of the pillars. There's another pillar. Where my Macalania sphere is at. Oh, sorry, Overboard. What'd you post? You should not have been timed out. I think my moderation is a little over. I just set it up with Deepbot. Did you say FIFA 16? Oh, okay. The only thing I have in... let me disable this for now. The only thing I have that does an auto timeout is something for the FIFA 16 bots that kept popping in my chat room, and it like automatically gives you an immunization if you have more than an hour watch. So I think you were like... If you had the text FIFA 16 typed anywhere in there, that's probably what happened. There still needs to be another Macalania sphere. Where is it? Is there a sphere in here? Well, this is one that we need. It's powering one of the pedestals. Well, maybe we need to bring it up so we can get everything back down. Let's try that. Overboard. Let me just turn off my auto moderator. I guess I'll have to test it some more. Thanks for checking in, D-Rock. Okay, almost anything like Content ID on YouTube or even Twitch muting VODs are purely proactive measures because dealing with DMCA issues, policing and reviewing each case, potentially defending content creators is expensive and time-consuming. It's easier to just err on the side of caution and implement a system that removes the potential for the most legal action. No, that is important. I'll tweak it after stream, Kami. This needs to be the last one that I remove here. However I handle this. It might be the one at the bottom is one of the last ones that I place. Okay, I think I know what I gotta do. I think we got this. Push this guy over. Bots aren't hard to set up. I'm using a bot that just added. Just added moderation capability. I've mostly been using it for the sphere, like stream currency kind of thing. Actually, thank you, Overboard, for essentially being the beta tester for my bot of a person whose wall of text I don't want to be removed because it's interesting, but also has less than an hour watch. I guess pretty much anybody else in chat that would put that much in a block is immunized from the bot, and I wouldn't have caught it. Yeah, I'm already worried about my bot becoming sentient. Yeah, you've got enough time watch, people. But. You have to find a solution for it. I was thinking about adding something that stops like kappa 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 kappa. There's a certain threshold of kappas at which I'm not getting more information from you. I know that was, you know, of the small amount of data that Twitch actually shared at TwitchCon this year. There wasn't a lot of information about like stream growth data or like, you know, channel activity data or when certain games are popular, but we did hear how many kappas come through per minute. And it's a large number. Dude, I got the item from here. I'm just going to reset this puzzle. I know how to get out of it. It took me like 20 minutes to figure out how to get the destruction sphere. And if I just reset the whole thing, I can very quickly just solve the whole thing. It's not super tough. Alright, so we're going to go push. Yeah, Overboard, did you see the legality of Let's Plays panel at TwitchCon? They talked about the 4 factors for fair use. The important thing to note is that you cannot prove fair use. You can argue fair use. You can say, here are the reasons why I believe that this is fair use. Via 4 factors, you have to show that your work is transformative. So you're changing it in some way. In my case, I've got an overlay on the screen, right? There's a chat that's scrolling. I'm talking on top of it. It's not just the original content reproduced. It can't be substitutive. So a person wouldn't not buy Final Fantasy X. You know, they wouldn't pay me for the Final Fantasy X experience and then opt not to buy Final Fantasy X. I guess is the way you'd argue it. It can't cause real monetary damage to the owner of the work. And there's another one. Oh, it has to do with like what percentage of the work appears in your content. So if it's like, you know, 99% the original work. Let's go up here. Yeah, that's what's frustrating, Overboard. That was the question that I asked at the panel, was like, I don't like that the way content... I get content ID, it has to exist. It's super important. But I don't like that the way that it's set up, it's just, you automatically get flagged, and then for you to dispute it is a lot of work. And if you are found to have disputed an error, you can be punished. You can get... the onus is on you to prove that it's not copyright infringement. Whereas the person making the claims, or the entity making the claims, can do so frivolously and without penalty. They can do as many as they like, and will never be penalized for it. Yeah, I hope so, Dauber. We'll see what the composition of Congress is at that time. I'm unfortunately not super optimistic where we are right now, but maybe things will change in that window. If we can get the internet clamoring like we did with SOPA. It must be frustrating. We've got some non-US viewers, many non-US viewers. How much US legislation screws you all over too, right? Yeah, you have to argue from all 4 factors though, Mega Man. There's not one of the 4 that will disqualify you for fair use. The idea is that you should be prepared to defend your use of the original work to a court. Not that you should be able to prove beforehand that it requires defense. But that system assumes that the person who is, you know, infringed upon is the one that's going to pursue you, and in reality we have the opposite situation right now.
Please.
Give us a chance to explain.
No need. I already know what I'll tell the other Maesters.
Meaning?
Riveting conversation, despite
Lord Seymour was the leader of the Guado before becoming a Maester.
You're not letting us go.
Let you go? Lord Seymour would never forgive us if we did.
Wait! Wait! Jyscal's sphere! We can show it to them!
You mean this?
Hey!
Oh man, destroying evidence.
Take care of Guado affairs.
Oh wait!
Run!
We had a nice shove from Orin. Best character. Got about 20 more minutes of Final Fantasy X. We're switching to Metroid Prime 2, in which we just learned the screw attack. Classic Metroid ability. One that also makes it really clear by looking on the map where I can get to with the screw attack that I couldn't get to before. There's a bunch of sections on the map that are really obvious, so my fingers are crossed that I won't get too horrifically lost in Metroid today. After Metroid Prime 2, it's Xenoblade Chronicles 3D, and then Silent Hill 2. Oh man, look at that! Awaka getting out of town. They didn't have to design that the way they did. There's like a shiny thing on the ground there. Did you guys see it? You get random battles if these guys come in contact with you. That's the way this works. And since when did the Guado summon fiends? Guess that's their jam now. Some fire fury here. Enough to at least kill the flame? Ooh, that's not good. Well, we may as well use this guy, right? Let's bring in Boy Ifrit. Gizzards and they keep running into me. I can skip the little shiny thing on the ground. I don't know if it was anything of merit anyway. Arimons are usually not a problem to kill. Famous last words. Hey people, thanks for the hosts. Appreciate that. Also, thanks for popping in. We should see if we can find a board game that has an online component. I mean, we might also be able to figure out something that's like physical, but it'd be really cool to do like a Catan evening or something. Yeah, I saw your tweet. That's awesome. When are you starting up with it? Y'all should throw follows at People Next 10KM and Overboard Gaming, by the way. Both quite cool. Overboard is a frequent contributor to... Thank you, Buckin. Appreciate that. Our Twitch. Had a really helpful post recently about networking. Overboard, I think you two could totally run a panel with PAX. And you said that you didn't have enough content in the post you made, but I disagree with that you could do that. You could do some emulated games. You don't have to feel too bad emulating if you own the original, you know. Sometimes I'll like hold up the physical copy, like here is the game that I own. I'm playing it on an emulator because it's much more convenient to stream and get you guys a higher quality video for it. Well, they even make the point in the... Is it Stelia? Thank you, D-Rod. Murdering innocent people when I killed a Guado? I guess they just don't know any better. Yeah. You don't want to be racist against the Guado. Get some XP for Riku. There you go, people. You tried to hold back. I think there's an infinite stream of Guado chasing you as well. Be a pretty good band name or an album title. Guados. I haven't tried using Spirit Chain. I don't know how much damage it does. Does it just do damage equal to the amount you spend? Probably not. It does not. It does damage equal to the amount you spend divided by 10, so I have to spend 12,000 gold to kill that guy. That would be great at the end game, not so great right now. Stop him from using items. I guess if you steal from him, that stops him from using it. That's kind of a clever mechanic. I don't know if I ever picked up on that before, actually. Infinite Guado theorem. If I use Yuna, it's just to get her XP. She's not going to be hitting very hard. Yeah, people are really nasty to the Aldea in this game universe. Don't want that. Not at all. Kamari's got the goods to finish him off. I'll probably have, whenever Rock Band 4 comes out and I'm no longer living in a second-story apartment that makes my downstairs neighbors very unhappy when I play drums, I'll let stream name my Rock Band 4 band. That will probably pick up some time on free play. I'm excited for it.
Let's end this.
I think Lulu still does more damage with Fire 1 than Waka does with Fira. Right, people? Now, let's get out of dodge after this drain. Mari's drain is big damage. Bubble some people up real quick. Hold up, just do that. Riveting sphere grid material here. Hey Skyhawk, how you doing? Good to see you. You should play 10-2. In my headcanon, it is non-canonical for two reasons. One, Hironobu Sakaguchi had nothing to do with it. It was created after he left Square. That's a big reason. Two, Yuna is a pop singer, which is completely incongruous with her character in this title. Like, if they had just called it Final Fantasy Pop Singer Adventure and didn't make it 10-2 and set it in the same universe, it would have been fine. Actually, 10-2 has an amazing battle system. It is so cool. It is easily one of the best battle systems in any Final Fantasy, where it's ATB, but you can change jobs in the middle of combat. Super cool. But the story is absurd and ludicrous. Just pretend like it doesn't take place in the same universe. Oh, hey, thanks, Skyhawk. Yeah, Spec's been here before. Hey, Rushzilla, how you doing? Good to see you again. But if you pretend like, you know, you didn't just experience horrific tone whiplash, when you start up 10-2. It's actually it's a decent game. I'll play it on stream at some point. You can at least consume it that way. Speaking of like not being a substitute for the original material. Doing well, having a good Tuesday. I'm excited that my capture card is apparently not shitting itself as badly. I got a new one. I got one of the Elgato HD60 Pro capture kits, which is a bunch of words that essentially mean that it's internal. It's a PCIe capture card instead of being a USB. And I tried using it yesterday and it caused stream to crash and it was all sucky. But I think I got it fixed. I haven't played any of the 13, so actually I haven't beaten 13. I played it for a very short amount of time. This is where we eventually want to go, right? Yeah, that's a ticket. Alright, Yuna. You're going to become Yuna again. None of this expert sphere grid trying to be fancy, turning Waka into a black mage. The lesson of expert sphere grid mode is that people have destinies. You can't be whatever you want in life. Just because you grew up wanting to be an astronaut doesn't mean you can be an astronaut. Deal with it, loser. I'm one of those people though, like when I play a pen and paper game, I like to make a character that plays against type if possible, so like I'll make the magically inclined character be a fighter and vice versa. Sometimes it pays off. Right, Eggman. People give 13 flack because of its linearity. It's the first traditional Final Fantasy since Sakaguchi left. I think it's probably a big piece of it. It feels very different. Because, you know, 11 is an MMO, 12 is an Evilise game, so it ought to feel different. It's a completely different team making it. Alright, Cam. I do like point-and-click adventure games. In fact, we'll be playing Secret of Monkey Island this week. One of our older subscriber games from before I changed the incentive system. Oh, by the way, you guys can help me test this. I think the link might still be broken. It takes like 48 hours for DNS to propagate. Click on the voting spreadsheet, the vote.marstead.com. It might give you like a DNS error if you click refresh a couple times, it should come up. If anyone has it come up on the first try when you click on it, let me know. Or if it doesn't come up at all, let me know. I can post the full link. That's where you can go to vote for the next game we're going to play on stream. But I just got that domain, so I don't think it's going to be I only picked 3 characters from an RPG to have on a team. Who would I pick? Ooh, that's a really hard one. Let's see. I would need... We've got to have Robo, Chrono Trigger. It gives me a healer and decent AoE damage. It's a good starting point. So if I'm going to have a healer, then I need someone who's like a tanky character, and I need someone who's like a roguish, like... thief, skill monkey kind of character. Books aren't available, even if you refresh. Yeah, I think it's a DNS thing. I'm hoping that eventually it'll just load automatically, or you'll be able to see it. Because I'm retiring that option, Buckin, it doesn't scale with a lot of viewers. It works right now while there's a bunch of people who have been following the stream since before I let people add games to the list and have sphere points that they're sitting on. But after 2016, you know, there'll be a finite number of slots. You can add slots via subscribing, but not through large sphere point spends. Right, people? Have you looked into Ankbot at all? I'm pretty sure it has a currency system. Ankbot came out like 2 days after I paid Deepbot for a year's worth of subscriptions. I was like, fuck. If it's cool though, I might switch to it next year. We'll see. Deepbot's actually pretty well featured. It gets a lot of updates. I've managed to send some feature requests to them. I hadn't seen them updated, so. I believe there's a boss fight at the end of this. And it's looking like I'm going to run over time with Final Fantasy X because there's a ways before the next save point, so we'll keep playing until I can save and then we'll switch to Big Bang 2. There's a couple people sitting on nukes. Absolutely agree, Kami. Zack is better than the guy who wants to be Zack. Yeah. Kami won't have that much for long. Whenever we finish Over Battle Super Nintendo, he's going to be dumping it and bringing in Over Battle 64. Oh, there's a save point. Well, I'm not going to get to another save point in 5 minutes, so I'm going to save here, and we're actually going to end Final Fantasy X a little early today. Otherwise, we'll be running super late into Metroid Prime 2. So give me a quick minute to switch games. Throw up the BRB. We'll be back. Yeah, I can move that into escrow or something if you want. We can add sphere point escrow count.